Hi, and welcome to February 7th, Conscious Parenting Beyond Mindfulness. My name is Ellie Molina. I am a former educator of over 40 years. I'm an intuitive, an Amazon bestseller, and an intuitive psychic and consultant. And one of my passions is teaching people how to tune into their intuitive and psychic development. And in doing that, people do need to become conscious and aware, hence conscious awareness, conscious parenting, as I love working with children and have worked with children all my life. So, one of the things that I'm going to start with today on our second call is really going into going into And I'd like to share with you on our call today, this Conscious Parenting February call. I'd like to talk to you a little bit about what is conscious parenting and why we want it. So, conscious parenting is a philosophy that has evolved from various educational philosophies and the human potential movement. When Rudolf Steiner introduced his philosophies in 1919, which emphasized the importance of educating children as individuals, it coincided with the New Thought movement of the late 19th century. And it's taken over a century for modern Western culture to begin to appreciate the value of being a consciously aware person, responsible for one's emotions and understanding human potential, consciousness, awareness, and mindfulness. And these are qualities as an adult that lead to an entire philosophy that incorporates this understanding. And with this philosophy, we then take that for ourselves, our life, and bring it into the lives of other people around us, especially if we are raising children, caretaking children, being grandparents, whatever your role is, educators with children. It is important to have that conscious awareness for yourself first. Otherwise, there's no way to be able to teach it. So, think about if you were a person who wanted your child to learn how to play piano and you didn't know how to play piano, you would not be the one to be teaching. And so in this case, you're always with your child. And remember, children learn from the parents. They are sponges in the early ages. And so again, we want to be very mindful and very conscious of what we are speaking and teaching our children. So today, where I want to begin is really with mindfulness, with conscious awareness, and with focus and concentration. On our last call, if you go back and listen, we talked about being authentic. We talked about having integrity, honoring our word, teaching this to our living by these principles, and then teaching these principles to our children. And then we talked about the importance of authenticity and being authentic and being true to our children, not lying and covering up the truth in the hopes of looking to protect them. And so there's a place to start now in mindful parenting and being mindful as a person. And this is really a gift. And one of the greatest gifts of being mindful is to learn how to be present. So we hear a lot of people say all the time, "Oh, I'm present, I'm present." And very few people really know what it looks like to be present. So being present is a state of awareness where everything around you becomes so intense. You see things that you normally don't see. So when you're not present, excuse me, when you're not When we're not present, we're easily distracted by everything around us. Think about how we can drive from one location to another and then get to that location and say to ourselves, wow, that was really fast. I don't even know what I was thinking about the entire time because you weren't present. And when you're present and you're driving, example, there's a hailstorm or it's raining really hard, and now you need to focus. Being present becomes a cognitive task, and you're paying attention to the road. You're no longer distracted with all of the conversations that are going on in your mind. You are actually looking at the road, cognitively focusing on what is next and what you need to do. It's almost the same experience as when you first learned how to drive. And being present is a state where we bring our bodies back to that cognitive awareness of this moment right here, right now. So there's a really wonderful exercise in practicing presence. I'm going to show it to you right now that you can use this for yourselves to always bring yourself back to being present when you go and your mind starts wandering in different directions. And it's also something that you can teach children no matter how old they are, preferably ages 3 and above. So let's take, for example, your body part. Let's take your arm, all right? And for today's exercise, we're going to look at my red bracelet. All right, now I'm looking at my red bracelet right now, and I'm looking at my red bracelet, and that's all I'm looking at. And now I see myself looking at my red bracelet. So it's taking yourself to a higher dimension as the observer and see yourself now. See yourself looking at something, perhaps a body part or some piece of jewelry that you've got. See yourself looking at it. And now see yourself as the observer looking at it. That, my friend, is being present. There's a shift. And this shift can carry with us the entire time if we practice. And it takes a lot of practice to be able, because you'll notice when you're doing that activity, monkey mind is quiet. You're no longer thinking about looking good or what you're going to eat or what you're going to cook or who's saying what or what's happening. It is a moment in time where you are totally, totally present. There are ways to bring these moments in time with us to children and to other people. One of the ways is by direct eye contact and then telling yourself, I am present. And in that space of I am present, you connect with the other person in such a way it is an energy. You know that we are energetic beings. So now you connect with them energetically. And the energy that passes between you and that other being is felt in the space. You're present, you have their attention. They know on every level that you are paying attention to them and that what they're saying is being heard by you. And that is a level of presence that we can have with our children or other people. So let's say you want this level of presence with your child. Depending on the age of your child, you sit down, whatever, stand up, and you do eye contact. It is the eye contact. Now, another very subtle nuance to the eye contact is using the left eye, using your eye to look into the other person's left eye. This in spirituality is almost known as looking at the other person's soul. There's a difference between the left eye and the right eye. And you will see this when you're looking at photos of other people or yourself. You will see your left eye differs from your right eye. And that will be a conversation that we can have another day in another forum. However, for now, when you are being present and you are looking to communicate, to have that energetic transmission one-on-one with another person, go to the left eye, focus on the left eye, and remind yourself to be present. It's very, very important. So with that being said, the energy shifts, and this is conscious awareness. You are now in a space where you are consciously paying attention to my voice, to what I'm saying, and we are also looking left eye to left eye now and in the future. So I'm going to encourage you to practice this. You will get better, better, and better at it with time. Now, another thing that happens in mindful and conscious parenting is the ability to listen. When we listen, again, we maintain eye contact if possible, and we quiet our own minds. Again, what do? We can, again, focus on something and hear so that we are not so busy in our own mind looking to respond or react what another person is saying. That is part of mindfulness, being able to control responses and, control reactions from responses. All right, now, the other thing that we always talk about is with children or even other people, and we're saying it to ourselves. Oh, I need to focus. I need to concentrate. Oh, I'm so bad. I have ADHD. I cannot focus. I can't focus. There's something wrong with me. Totally inappropriate language for self-talk, okay? There's nothing wrong with you. You're perfectly whole and complete. No one has ever taught you really what it means to focus and to concentrate. In school, well, maybe somebody has taught you because you're over here listening to this right now. However, most people have not been taught what does it mean to focus and what does it mean to concentrate and what does it mean to bring your awareness to a certain place. And so we're going to do that right now. So in this exercise that we're about to do, I'm going to take your awareness and bring it to different parts of your mind. All right. And so again, play with me on this one. If you'd like to close your eyes, please do so. And what I'd like to do is guide you now with your awareness to different parts of your mind. So let's take, for example, think about a time that you had a very delicious meal. It was so great. It was so delicious. Think about this meal right now. And as you think about this meal, what did you eat? And who were you with? And where was this meal? And now think about where you are right now here, listening to this recording with me, listening to my voice. Perhaps you're watching it. And now I'd like to take your awareness to a time that you went on a beautiful vacation. Think to the time that you went on a vacation. Where did you go? Who did you go with? When was it? Now think about a time when you were extremely happy. You were so happy, you were laughing, it was funny, you just couldn't stop yourself from laughing. This was like one of the best times you ever had, laughing, laughing to the point where you were crying. Think about that time. Who were you with? Do you recall what was so funny? Now think about the last time you cried. When was that? What happened? Who were you with? And now come back here and open your eyes if you close them and listen to my voice and have a conversation with me. And notice I have just hijacked your awareness. I took you to a time that was happy, where you laughed so much. I took you to a great restaurant. I took you to a sad moment. I brought you back to hear my voice. These are things that we do all the time. Our awareness goes into all different directions, and people and circumstances and things around us actually hijack our awareness, and we go off in those directions. It's not that we have no awareness, and it's not that we cannot focus, because you were able to focus on each and every one of those experiences that I guided you through. Each and every one of those memories and times, you were guided in there. You focused. That was focus. That was concentration. It was memory. And I took your awareness to different parts of the world and into your memory. And this happens to us all the time. And we can learn how to use this to our advantage in focusing. So what we tell ourselves is today, I will focus. Now I will focus. Not I can't focus. It's really hard for me to focus. Those are things that you're programming yourself for. And yes, of course, you won't have You won't be focused. You can, however, tell yourself, I am focused now. This is concentration when you are focused and you maintain the focus and you watch how your awareness starts to drift and you bring it back to what you're doing. It is consciousness that does that. It is consciousness that allows you to do that. Your mind can do it. It needs to be trained. And we can do this with ourselves. We can do this with children. There are so many benefits of being able to do this. There are benefits physiologically. Our body responds well to this quieting of the mind. Children respond well to this quieting of the mind. You can use this for candle focus. You can have a child sit and look at a candle. You can look at a candle, quiet your mind, allow yourself to get into the alpha space. Watch what happens. You will start to have access to different parts of your mind. You will start to sharpen your awareness. You will start to sharpen your focus. This is part of being able then to take it to another level of consciousness, awareness, and this also will lead into intuitive development and also psychic development if that is something that you are looking for. So I'm inviting you right now to practice these exercises, being aware, watching a part of your body, bringing yourself to focus, mindful right now at this moment, taking your concentration and playing around with it, allowing your awareness to go to different places and then pull it back. Use the eye-to-eye contact technique, very efficient, very powerful, especially for being present. And then focusing, bringing your focus back. Practice focusing on an object. Practice sitting still without moving your body. Now, there are more tools and techniques that are coming for you and that I have available in my second reprint, almost out, not quite out yet, in the process of being out and in the process of getting reprinted. So, and there are tools, there's techniques in here, there are exercises that you can use. Now, if you have any questions on this, this is a building block for where we are going in our next conscious parenting call. And so I want to thank you all for being here today with me, taking the time. And I encourage you to do these exercises, practice being present, practice being aware, practice focusing, and then teach it to the people in your life and see the difference that this will make. I send you blessings. Thank you very much for being here with love, appreciation, and gratitude. Thank you. Bye-bye.